godly Joseph, Egypt still had food. Guess who came to buy some from the neighborhood? All the elder brothers taken by surprise by the younger Joseph, merciful and wise. Joseph was faithful in every aspect, and he chose to do good even when he had to suffer because of it. Be strong and courageous and always choose the Lord's path. At the right time, He will make you prosper and thrive as well. Sing along with us. Be that as it may, certainly one day, God will make me prosper and thrive. Be that as it may, certainly one day, God will make me prosper and thrive. God will make me prosper and thrive.
Well, Joseph was a bright young boy with a coat of many colors. He was his father's favorite, but he was despised by his brothers, so his brothers said he's got to go and sold him as a slave. He ended up in Egypt, in prison and in chains.
Do not be afraid, do not be afraid. Am I in the place of God? You planned evil against me, but God planned it for good.
Well, the Pharaoh down in Egypt had a dream he didn't understand. He was looking for someone to help him out, and a servant said, "I know the man." They brought Joseph up to Pharaoh, and he told him what his dream was about. He put Joseph in charge of the entire land as a reward for helping them out.
Do not be afraid, do not be afraid. Am I in the place of God? You planned evil against me, but God planned it for good.
Well, the famine struck the entire land. There was no food to be found. So the brothers we talked about a minute ago headed to Egypt town. "Sir, we need some food. We're hungry," they said to the man in charge. "If we don't get some food real fast, us brothers are gonna starve." Now this is where the story gets good. See, the brothers didn't know that they were talking to the brother they sold into slavery long ago. When Joseph told them who he was, his brothers were terrified. "We'll be your slaves," they said in fear, and Joseph replied,
Do not be afraid, do not be afraid.